Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Natasha Lubchenko. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and here with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and Johnson Brunetti partner. Eric, welcome back. Great to see you.
Of course, great to be here.
So we talk a lot about retirement from a financial standpoint on this show, but today you say there's more than that. We want to talk about lifestyle. That's a big factor as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about retirement, you're not really thinking about just money. I mean, that's a lot of, I suppose, what I talk about. But when you think about why am I going to retire, you're thinking about probably the stuff you're going to do and where you want to be and all those things, all the fun things.
All right, so now let's jump into some of the things we can consider. Relocation and travel is a big one.
Yeah, you're going to move. You know, I love Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. My wife's from Connecticut. Went to UConn. I'm very Connecticut. But a lot of people retire and leave Connecticut, or maybe fantasize about leaving Connecticut. So where are you going to live? Right, that's a big thing. And are you going to buy there or are you going to rent there? And then travel's another big part of it. Is people think, well, when I retire, I'm not going to spend as much money on clothes. I'm not going to spend as much money on gas going to the office, which not as many people go to the office now. But you'll probably spend way more money on travel. So that's another part of the budget as well. But it's good to, it's fun to talk about that stuff. Have a plan.
Right. And another thing is, will you work part-time? You know, some people get bored in retirement.
A lot of people do. Not necessarily get bored. I mean, some do, but work. You know, and a lot of folks, I find their retirement job is they're like, this is my favorite job of all time. It might be your favorite job because you're in the, if you've done a good job and been fortunate, you're in the work optional phase of life, so you don't need to work, but you're like, oh, I like to work.
Right.
And then there's all kinds of neat jobs you might do for that. And of course, it helps the budget too, a little bit more spending money.
Right. And along those same lines, you can volunteer as well.
Volunteering is amazing. Talked to a guy the other day, was walking around our town, knocked on my door, and he was campaigning for someone in town. He says, you know, I know you. That garage that you have, I was on that zoning commission when, and I said, oh, we got into talking about it. That's an amazing thing, right? Being on the zoning board or being involved in, I grew up in Durham, the Durham Fair. All these great community organizations that make our communities great. People don't get paid for, but people need a lot of time to dedicate to, so that's great too.
Right, and it helps, you know, with socializing in retirement. I feel like it's a big shift in your life. And along those lines, hobbies and activities. You want to keep those going, maybe start a new one. Absolutely.
There's all this stuff. What's the fastest growing sport in the United States? Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, it's pickleball, which
no,
I've never
not.
played, but the demographic for pickleball, which full disclosure, I don't fully know what it is. I need to watch some videos, but it's like retirees.
Okay.
Like my friend who's my age plays pickleball with someone who's 80 and like it's the best thing, or whatever it is.
Right.
You know, and those social activities, because a fear for some people is, you know, maybe they don't want to admit it, but like work was a big part of my life, and if I stop working, what's my life?
Right.
There's all this stuff out there and all this community activity, so get involved.
Pickleball can become your life. You can be really good at it.
You could.
You never know.
That could be your calling.
And Eric, you have a special offer for us today for our viewers to learn more about this.
Yeah, it's a book. It's called The Retirement Wish List. These are fun conversations. Some of the stuff that we talk about, like dying or running out of money or not as much fun, where you want to go on vacation is fun. So the Retirement Wish List, it's something, just get it and have these conversations, because, you know, I remember years ago I went and I studied abroad in London, and I sat with all these people that I didn't know the first day, and we made a list of all the places we want to go, and it was fun. And then we actually did it. Have a plan and go do it. So you can get it at moneywisdomtv.com and read it and have fun with it. Think about retirement.
I love it. Eric Hogarth, Johnson Brunetti, thank you. Great offer as always. And of course, that website one more time, moneywisdomtv.com. I'm Natasha Lubchenko for CT Style. We'll see you next time.